Hey, what's going on, guys? Scott Rockefeller, MA number, you could say 168468. Wishing y'all a good Friday. I'm coming up with kind of a crazy story because I was just scrolling through and came across the story, of course. Everyone knows it, James Holmes. And if y'all don't know my story, you won't. I'm just building this channel. I did a good bit at the Arapahoe County jail before I was sent to prison. And you could never get in, you could never sell with this guy. You were never even allowed to meet this guy. He was so protected because of his high profile case. But I actually laid eye contact on this guy, man. And I got a story to tell. Honest to God, true story. It has to do with the tattoo on my hand. And man, what I saw in his eyes, man, was crazy. I can't even explain it. I'm gonna get in the story and explain it. When I was, all I got was eye contact about 3-4 seconds. But I mean, that's literally anyone's gonna get unless you're an officer escorting him to protect him to meet with his attorneys and all that stuff. So let me get into the story. I was young and dumb at this time, caught my case in Arapahoe. I was fighting my case, and it wasn't, I was charged, I can speak on it, I broke into some vehicles, and I got caught up, young and dumb stuff, I can't even believe I look back to that stuff, it's just crazy. So, I'm doing my bid at Arapahoe, fighting my case, and, we are in an open bay unit. I'm in minimum security at the moment. And my cellie is like, man, we should do some tattooing. And I don't know what it is when you get in imprisonment, but you just want tattoos. And you just do. Especially some guys just do it free. And the free ones are a bad one. I got a horrible one on my right one, y'all. I'll tell a story about that. And I can speak on it because I'm pretty sure dude's out, but he's not gonna get any charges or anything like that. But so let me get into the story. So I got this diamond tattoo. Lame, right? Lame, So he's plucking at night, boom, 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 does a diamond tattoo. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So I go up to get meds. I'm not even covering my hands. And, my hand is red, red, red. And they're just like, man, that's a fresh tattoo. And I was like, no, it's not, just stupid. Skip your meds. Wait till that comes down. Prison sometimes, or jail, they'll take pictures of all your tattoos and stuff like that to put in the logbook, but they ain't gonna notice a little hand one. So I was just dumb, man. So they're like, all right, come with us. So you came out of my dorm, and across was the trustees unit, and then you had the minimum, and you came to the right, and then there was the seating area where all the classes were, and it was open bay, so you could see your attorney person to person, you didn't have a wall or anything like that. I guess that was I figured out that was actually a privilege, which was pretty crazy when I was in medium, because I had to meet my attorney behind glass when I was in the medium dorm. It's pretty crazy, right? So I get pulled into that room. They go shake down my cell. They find the tattoo stuff. I, of course, I rode with it, and I ain't gonna let my celly get hemmed up. I got hemmed up. I was rolling stupid. You know what I'm saying? So I said, "That's my stuff. That's on me. That's me. I tattooed myself, and it was actually, luckily it's on my left hand, and the story was able to fit the piece. The piece on my right side, the freaking cops were laughing at me when I was claiming, I did it on myself. But, I took that one, to home with me because, they knew I was lying, but I wasn't going to give it up. Just take the charge and go. So I get into this room, and I'm sitting back. They're shaking out my cell to find the little tattooing stuff. I'm already telling them, it's my stuff. I put it there, blah, blah, blah. I didn't want my celly getting hemmed up. And he didn't, of course. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting in this room, man, and I remember these two girls came in, and they were just looking like really sophisticated people. I'm telling you, glasses. They're carrying binders full, this big, huge. And they like look at me like who the F are you? And I'm like, nah, they just have me sitting here. You know what I mean? And she's just like, you need to get out of here, you know? So they got the COs and they pull me over. So like I said, it was like out to the right, and then you had that area where you meet your attorney or classes or, you know, AA and stuff like that, which is like alcohol anonymous. So I sat out to the corner, and the COs went and got my stuff, and it's like you basically when you ruin that privilege, you go. So man, I grab my stuff, bam, and I'm walking. And the James Holmes, man, I was actually in Brighton County when the whole shooting went down. And I saw his picture, and I was just like, that dude is freaking crazy, man. Like, theater, Batman, Swalker shooting up people. So sad, you know? Like, crazy. To me, I'm not even thinking anything that, you know, which isn't a big deal. Like, it is kind of crazy having a thing, you know, like, I literally had eye contact with this dude, but I'm going to tell you what kind of crazy eye contact I have with James Holmes. So I'm walking with my stuff, man, and you know, like they're not celebrity. I don't want to say that, but everyone pretty much trips when they see him. So I'm walking, and I look into the room, and I freaking see him, orange hair, and like, you know, there's certain type of guards that are like 24/7 to watch him. The whole place goes on lockdown when he goes to court, back, you know. So even guards stop for a second and be like, "That's James Holmes. What the world?" So he looks at me, man, and I look at this guy's eyes, man. And I'm a Christian, but like I don't really believe in like, and I'm not backing this dude up saying, you know, it's demon related, but I have never looked into a man's eyes and felt it was like evil, soulless out of his eyes. It was nuts, man. I look into his eyes, and they looked like there were no emotion. There was no soul. And I'm not even exaggerating. It was the most crazy thing. I stopped, and I turned in eye contact. And his eyes, like, it looked like I could see through him. And it was just like, wearing his orange hair, sitting with his attorneys, him just looking at me, and he gave me straight chills down my back, man. And I was like believing, like, man, that, like, I've never looked at someone and had that feeling that there's like a demon or he's soulless. It was crazy. So I had that eye contact. I know it was a little bit distant, so in that room you would go in, but you had open windows. So y'all know, like, I'm telling the truth, and you can check all this stuff up. You have open windows, and then so that's how you're able to see it. And the guards like that room to have open windows because, you know, people are in there doing classes and stuff like that, so they can walk by and see what's going on and everything like that. So, you know, there was like a door, but like the open window. So, and I know, like, laying eye contact with a guy for, you know, 3 seconds, 4 seconds isn't a big deal, but I was just sharing what I saw, man, and I have never been able to look at someone and see or feel the evil that I felt when I looked into him. I know it's crazy, man, but even sometimes I'll look back on, you know, his case and his court, and that time I was literally, you know, a door away from him and looked at him. It just gives me chills, man. It just seems like he's soulless and empty. Could have been from all the meds they were putting him on, you know. And another story, man, like when before he was in like the PC unit, he was in medical, and it's crazy out there, but like there's people that like psycho killers, man. And that dude, I guess, you know, people call it like the prison cell phone and all that. You hear it through, and you're in the same jail as James Holmes, so you hear stuff. So it's like, you know, dude was getting taken care of. He was getting chicks, sending them mail, trying to send, you know, the bad photos, everything. Like, he had more commissary, I guess, in medical than anyone, you know, more fan mail. It's just crazy, man. It's sad. But I just wanted to share that crazy story, man. I got a tattoo that ties into, I wouldn't say meeting, but it's looking James Holmes in the eyes, and it just gives me chills, man. It's crazy. But y'all rocking with me. It's that Friday, that Monday, that money day. So hope y'all having a good Friday. I'm gonna try to get this better. My wife's good at editing, putting stuff in. I'm gonna get her on the grind. I got tons of stories, man, and they're all real, man. They're all genuine. So that's what's good. I hear a lot of stories that people just be lying. Like, I don't know which viral one, but dude was like, "Do you have withdrawals in prison?" All right, let me tell y'all something, man. All right, prison and jail are different. You have to have a lot of money to have withdrawals in prison. Cause let me explain to you, a little piece of heroin is like $40. So to use that much to get withdrawals, and let me explain something to you. You have to be sentenced to prison to go to prison. So which you have to find, and like you don't call, like when you jail is different. You call them like guard or officer, right? But if you go to prison, the moment they know you're a fish or you're green is if you call a CO officer. They're not an officer. You get laughed at. I got laughed at. I did. I was a fish, man. I said, hey, officer, and they're just cracking up. Fish, oh, fish, oh, and the viral TikTok was like, said guard, and then talking about withdrawals in prison, and like you get withdrawals in jail, and quickly on that, you get withdrawals in jail. They put you up in a medical unit. It freaking sucks. You do 3-5 days. You were on 24 lockdown. You were sick as a dog, and they give you medicine, your food through a little tray, and you sleep on a boat on the floor, and it's boring. They'll bring the phone up to your little thing right there. I've actually bonded out of there, like through my withdrawals process, but yeah, man, I keep it real, keep it 100. You're kicking with Mr. Rockefeller. Inmate number 168468. Y'all can check it out and recognize that, really got a jacket and everything like that. Tons of stories coming up. I'm going to keep them rolling. Hope y'all have a good Friday. Crazy story, right? Just a little bit of a trip for a day, right?